Hey everybody, it's me, Robert Jones, back with a new Man Law video. Disappointment. I figured I'd cover this topic because it's something that I believe all men will have to face in one form or another in their life. And I just want to talk, just to delve a little bit into the topic, and just give some help, just give some helpful advice from some things that I've experienced, and hope it could be some type of dialogue in the comment section, or that maybe this information could help some young guys out there. Because I understand, when you're young, it's and it's funny that I'm saying that, but when you're young, it could be some things can be pretty crushing, but don't give up. Hang in there. So on disappointment, I want to bring this up because I had gotten some news not some time ago that was a bit disappointing. As I mentioned in a previous video, I was looking forward towards a relationship, but the person in question, the person who I had in mind, they they decided that it wasn't best, and the problem is I haven't spoken to that person since then, so we haven't had a conversation about it. Now, when I first got the news, I was very disappointed. I was shocked. I was full of some anger. I was didn't know what to think, and it made me start questioning myself. As far as spotting things out in people, knowing whether something, understanding whether something is maybe too good to be true, or what have you. And it could be something other than relationships. It could be in issues with business. It could be with personal things. Like you had a certain goal and you weren't able to make it, and then you might be maybe disappointing yourself. But one thing's for certain, there is a way you can always bounce back from disappointment. First off, you gotta wonder, did you put too much stock in something that maybe you shouldn't have? Maybe you've put too much of you held up something maybe too ideally, that when you met reality, it really pushed you back. That can happen at times, whether it be with people, with ideas, with movements, with even tools. Some people, they stretch the limit of a particular tool. When it breaks, they face, they have a sense of disappointment because they put too much trust in it. Well, the thing is, they stretch it past its limit. Same thing with other people. One way to keep from being disappointed in other people is if you study them closely, study them carefully, and figure out what are their limits. Knowing when to put, whether too little or too much stock in someone, so that if something bad happens, then you say, well, you know what, and I kind of figured that was going to happen, because I recognize this person had their limits, and so to keep from being disappointed, or having the impact hit you too much. And I'm not talking really about finances, financial impact, but just the emotional impact and trust that you may have had in that person. You mitigate the damage by just having the realization ahead of time that someone may not have been built for this. They may have not have been really prepared to take on whatever task you had for them, so that if and when they did fail, well, it happened, it sucks, but we can move on from this. And I'm working on moving on from the situation I mentioned earlier. Just I'm still open-minded as to what could happen down the road, but as of right now, disappointment it was there, but now it's not. Now it's just, well, I'm still happy. I'm still cool. and I have to say that way. I have to stay positive, and you have to stay positive, because if you let disappointment get you too much, get you too down, you start to affect your judgment, and then you start second guessing things. It can affect your masculinity, in the sense that you become too skittish. You go from being cautious to being too anxious about things, and you're unable to move forward with whatever project you may have in hand, because you're too worried about, well, this happened in the past, and I was disappointed then. Do I really want to take on this goal? No, there's some things. Disappointment happens. Things happen. How we respond to how we respond to such events, and how we move on, how we move forward from such events, is all that matters. So we can't really do much to stop things in a way of disappointing us. It just happens. But we do have the power in ourselves to carry it a certain way and not let it have too much of an effect on us to where we can't move forward with, with things that are maybe good, things that are out there that may be good for us. You know, one disappointment shouldn't keep you from continuously pushing on to bettering your life and having better interactions with other people. If it does, then it creates bitterness and resentment, and it goes from bad, having those feelings about yourself to then pushing on other people. And then you start doing displacement, where you don't want to you don't want to challenge the frustration you have with whatever is actually bugging you. You start taking out on other people, and that can present its own other separate list of issues. But yeah, I just wanted to come and do a quick video. I hear that pot at the top of that pot bubbling up right now. I'm trying to make some pasta, but just want to do a quick video. I'm trying to get back to the swing of things. Just been busy with work and video games. I miss playing games, in San Andreas has got me hooked. But please tell me what you think. How do you guys out there? How do you face disappointment? And how do you move forward after you had those initial feelings? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you want to make a contribution to the channel, just go to the homepage on my YouTube channel. Look for the banner where it says, in the button that says "Give Up That Cheese." It'll take you to my PayPal account where you can make a donation of any amount that you want. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them. And to any new subscribers, I welcome you to the channel. I hope you look forward to newer videos and enjoy the older ones I made in the past. But that's my video, Man's Law on disappointment. I'm Edward Jones, and I gotta respond to those pots.